I'm a finance nerd. I spend my free time researching new tools and techniques to create better financial habits. And I've come up with the 8 worst financial habits that I think most people have. So the first one is paying yourself last. I first heard about this in the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and it's one of the blueprints in achieving financial freedom. This book explains 2 ways that people pay their bills. The first way is the poor people's habit, which is through paying yourself last. You pay for subscriptions and social bills and all sorts, and then you save whatever's left over, if there's anything left. The second method is the rich people's habit. They pay themselves first, which is what you want to do. Take 10% minimum and put it into your savings account the minute you get paid. Treat it like paying a bill. By doing this, you're guaranteeing that this money will be saved and won't just slip through your fingers. Now, a lot of you will probably be thinking, I can't do this. I live paycheck to paycheck. But when you do this, your mind will think of ways and structure your spending and finances to last for the whole time you need it to. People don't realize how much they're spending on bills and new things going out, which is the backwards mentality. The secret is to get in the habit of paying yourself first, instead of making other people richer by buying their things. The second bad money habit is getting comfortable with bad debt. Debt these days is actually the norm. People are using debt to buy the smallest of things, like presents, clothes, and all sorts. But I have a strict rule. Unless I can afford to pay for that thing outright in cash, I shouldn't be buying it with any form of debt. Remember, credit card providers want you to be bad with your finances, because that's how they make their money. The average interest rate for credit cards is 19.94%. This interest rate cancels all kind of rewards and benefits that these credit card companies are providing, if you're not able to pay them off in time. There are some exceptions to this rule though, like emergency healthcare, property, and education. These fall into a different category. You still want to be paying off your debt and managing high interest rates as soon as possible though. Number 3 is not having a stockpile. This ties into point number 1, which is about paying yourself first. And essentially, it's saving enough so you have a buffer zone of about 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. This will give you tons of peace of mind, having this buffer available to tap into if you need it. And it'll also help you free up mental energy needed for more important tasks. But how do you gather it? This is done over time, through paying yourself first, then you can look into the world of investments once this buffer zone is created. The fourth bad money habit is not knowing your income and expenses. This one seems obvious, but until you know what your starting point is, how can you know where you want to be? There's something called lifestyle creep, and this is when your spending rises as your income does. And it's a ruthless cycle. The more money you make, the bigger house you buy, the nicer car you buy, and the more designer clothes you buy. But lifestyle creep is a recipe for disaster. You want to be in control of your finances, and be in control of where your income is going. And you can do this by using something as simple as a budget tracker, which includes how much you're making, how much you're paying yourself, and your expenses like bills, mortgage, rent, and debts. Make sure you keep on top of it though. Set a date night with the tracker at least every 3 months. This way, you can reorganize if needed. This one's such a crucial one because people who know where they are financially, know their assets, know their debts, know where they want to go financially, and know all the steps they need to take to get to their goal are way more likely to get a lot of money and build wealth compared to people who fantasize about it but don't take any action. Even just something as small as being mindful of this stuff will trigger you into action. The fifth bad financial habit is having expensive hobbies. A lot of people like shopping, and I get this, I do. It's retail therapy. But big media and advertising companies work to drive consumerism, and they're really good at it. They understand how to play on the psychology of fear of missing out really, really well, which means we're constantly bombarded with messages in our life of how much we should earn, and then we're told what we should wear and where we should go on holidays. But you really need to try to avoid these situations. You need to stop these expensive hobbies and replace them with other less expensive hobbies. But if you do want to spend a lot of money, let it be towards things like skills, experiences, or education. People can't take these sorts of things away from you. And number 6 is focusing purely on savings. If you want to improve your financial position, you can firstly save more of your existing income, or you can make more money. The ideal combination is a mixture of both. And this is because you can't build wealth if you start to make more money, then you just spend all that money. But you also can't build wealth if you're just focusing on the savings side, because there's a cap on how much you can actually save. To truly build wealth, you need to think of both sides of the equation. Both how you will save a larger percentage of your income, but also how you will make more money. Some of the main reasons why focusing purely on savings is a bad habit is because the saving money side has a cap, but the making money side does not. There is unlimited potential upside, whether it's in investing in the stock market, asking for a pay rise, or starting a side hustle. But you definitely want to break the bad money habit of thinking that saving money is going to massively increase your wealth. The seventh bad financial habit is waiting too long to invest. When you've built up that stockpile, that buffer that we spoke about, then you want to start looking at investing that money so that your money starts working for you, as dividend stocks mainly, but all stock investing is one of the only true forms of passive income, and investing in a diverse array of stocks will allow you to weather any situation that comes around in life. But you want to avoid leaving that money in a bank account, because inflation is a thing, and it means that you're essentially losing money every year. Start looking at different investment strategies once you've saved up enough. Now, there's always going to be reasons why you can't invest. You don't have time, you don't have enough money, you don't know where to start. But the longer you put off investing, the harder you'll have to work to get to that same level of financial freedom that someone who started investing earlier has already attained. And finally, number 8 is not caring about your finances. If you don't care about something, you're not going to do your best at it. And most people, they don't care about finances. But even worse than that is people who think that finances and having money is evil. I hear people say there are so much more important things in life than money, and yes, of course there are, but life is also largely dictated by finances, so you might as well master this and immerse yourself in this world where you can learn to use your finances in a way that gives you the freedom and the independence that you want. It may just be finding the right person or the right tools to help you resonate in a way with your finances that most apply to you. Whether that's from an employee's perspective, an entrepreneur's perspective, someone who's less of a risk taker, or someone who's more of a risk taker, there will always be someone who matches your investing style. And that's it. The 8 worst financial habits that I think are popular in today's day and age. If this video provided you value, please like and subscribe for more similar videos. Thank you for watching.